Hello, hello. Welcome to a sort of mini sketchbook and also food tour. I've been really inspired to draw food lately, so last month I figured I'd follow that urge and just see where it went. This was a particularly good month to try this in because I knew going into it that I had several birthday celebrations and food-related outings planned. So for the purposes of sketching, I didn't draw or take photos of every time I bought food. Like if I made it myself or if it was a spot I go to fairly regularly, I didn't include it. But if it was a fun new treat or part of an event, or if it was something I wanted to remember eating, then I did. I also didn't draw anything that I didn't really enjoy, so this will sort of just be me raving about mostly New York City food. And yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with a fun one. At the beginning of the month, I spent approximately 30 hours in Chicago, and obviously while I was there, I had to get deep dish pizza. This is Malnati's, and we got the deep dish pizza and also the fried ravioli. I am a New York girl, so deep dish is not my typical pizza experience, but I do enjoy it. I actually ended up drawing pizza several times this month. I had an unusual amount of pizza, and I didn't even paint all of it. But starting the month off with the deep dish kind. And then after that, we are back in New York City for Sunday's Bakery. This place is known for their croissants, and they were delicious. We had a plain croissant, a black sesame tahini croissant, a pistachio lattice, and then also their laminated cinnamon roll. All of these were absolutely incredible, and I'm still thinking about this cinnamon roll weeks later. The dough is so light, and then the frosting, instead of regular cream cheese frosting, it's whipped cream cheese frosting or something along those lines, so it's much lighter and it pairs well with the lightness of the dough, and it had just the right amount of sweetness. It was so good. The pistachio lattice was a fun puzzle to sketch out for accounting for like the drizzle on top and the dough pattern, and also the pistachio, which are sort of piled all over the place under and on top of the drizzle. And then I also really wanted to try to get sort of the flakiness of the pastry in all of these as well. But yeah, fun thing to draw, delicious thing to eat, would highly recommend. Next, this full page spread is from Harvest on Hudson, which is outside the city along the Hudson River. I didn't draw it here, but the back patio for this place looks out onto the river, and it's beautiful, especially at sunset. We happened to be there in the middle of a lightning storm, so I only have a couple of pictures of the outside, but it really was lovely. They have a little park that you can walk in when it's nice out as well. I was here for a birthday celebration, so we got a few things here. I had some really good pasta. We had a pizza to share, so pizza number 2. The drinks were really good. Everything here was just really lovely, and it was a really fun night. I'm happy with how the pasta came out. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach this. I've drawn pizza before, but I haven't done a lot of food, so this was definitely a learning experience this month. But I am happy with how the spread came out. I liked the drinks too. And then next we have Barachou, a bakery that specializes in cream puffs. This was entirely an impulse purchase. I happened to be walking by one of their locations and looking at the outside, I was like, don't do it. And then somehow I was already inside ordering. So that's that, I guess. I don't know. I got the classic cream puff because I had to try it. It's what they specialize in. And then I also got this dulce de leche tart. They were both really good. It's a small place. They don't have a huge menu. They did have a creme brulee cream puff that I definitely want to try sometime. Perhaps the next time I happen to be passing by one. But it was good. I'm glad I tried it. After that was another birthday celebration, this time at Layla. This was an apps and drinks situation, and my favorite parts of the meal were these arancini and then also my espresso martini. There were also fried chicken bites, Caesar salad bites, and something else that I don't remember because I didn't eat, but the arancini were definitely my favorite. They have a nice little outdoor back area at this place, so it was just a really nice summer night to hang out and have fun. After Layla, we have artichoke pizza. I have had artichoke pizza before, but I painted it here anyway because it's not a place that I go to regularly, and I haven't gotten the slice before. And also, we went and got this post Ariana Grande concert, so it was part of the night and I wanted to remember it. This is their vodka pepperoni grandma slice, and it was delicious. It's a bit hard to eat. I did need a fork and knife for a good portion of it to not make a mess, but I highly enjoyed, and it was a perfect post-concert snack. After artichoke pizza, we move on to Empire Cake Bakery for yet another birthday celebration. This is their Brooklyn Blackout cake. If you haven't had one before, it's filled with sort of a pudding frosting instead of normal ganache, which is delicious. Because of the pudding mix, it's really rich without being so overwhelmingly heavy that you can't even finish a slice. This place has been on my list for a while, so I'm glad that I finally got a chance to try it. For this one, the main challenge was I really wanted to try to get the texture on the outside of the cake in here. What they do is it's almost, from what we could tell, I think it was cake crumbles around the outside of the cake that were really yummy, so I wanted to try to make sure I got that texture in there because it was really nice. But other than that, this one was just sort of a very monochrome painting. Last but not least, we have dim sum. At the end of the month, I went to a lovely afternoon dim sum with some friends at 100 Feast. This is a place that I think is on the newer side. I had never been there before, but everything we had was delicious. We had a bunch of dumplings. I didn't end up drawing everything here. I didn't get a picture of everything, but we had a couple of kinds of rice noodle rolls, a couple of kinds of dumplings. The shrimp dumplings were really good. We had some bean curd. This was really good too. Some shumai. I think we also got like beef spare ribs, maybe. I don't quite remember. We got a bunch of stuff. All of it was delicious. I love dumplings. I love dim sum. It was a great way to end the month of treats. I liked their containers they used to bring the food out. The bright yellow rims were really fun. But yeah, I would recommend this place. It was really yummy. And if you love rice noodle rolls, their rice noodle rolls were delicious. And yeah, these are all the fun treats I had last month, mostly in New York City. This was a lot of fun for me. I do make a point to go try to have a fun treat fairly often. I just think there's so many places in the city to try, and I want to try as many of them as possible. So I think I want to do this more often. I also really liked using this sketchbook for it. This is a sketchbook I've actually had for a while, but before this month, and I took it to Cold Spring too, but before this month, the last time I touched it was spring of last year, because I've been working larger on my urban sketching pieces recently, but I think this is a really nice size for this kind of subject. I wanted these to be sort of fun, quick pieces to just sort of get them in like a little food journal. And I have plenty of pages left. This is 100% cotton paper. It's on the smoother side. It's Hanamule, and I do think that it works well with the ink pen. So yeah, I think this might just be my mostly food journal now. But I don't know, we'll see. I have some trips coming up that I don't want to bring my big sketchbook for, so I'll probably use this for that as well, but we'll see. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I super appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more from me. I'll leave a link to the supplies I was using, and actually I guess I'll also link the places I went to this month in the description below in case you want to check all of those things out. Again, all of this stuff was great. I would recommend them if you're looking for fun places in the city to eat. If you have any places that you would recommend to me, I would love to hear them. I'll mark them on my map of places to try. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.